Here are 10 monologues for young actors who are around 15 or 16 years old. The characters and topics feel more youthful than young adults, and often the characters are still at school. The themes are fairly mature, and there are a few swear words in there that you could cut or alter if necessary. Freddie, from A Brief History of Helen of Troy by Mark Schultz. This speech is scene 11 on page 60. It starts at hi and ends on I gotta go. This is a lovely, hesitant, nervous, tender monologue. Freddie has come to Charlotte's bedroom and he's telling her that he likes her. This speech has a very dreamy quality to it, but it works best if played straight with genuine honesty. And the final line is a killer. Liam, from Drip by Tom Wells and Matthew Robbins. This is in scene 3 on page 8. Start at right, we are standing, me and Kaz, and end at a time like this on page 9. Liam is 15, and in this speech he's experiencing his first Pride parade with his friend Kaz. There is loads of brilliant imagery to conjure up in this speech. Throughout the play there are little moments of audience interaction. I'd cut the one in the middle of this speech as it doesn't really make sense out of context. Yonni, from Run by Stephen Lawton. This speech starts on page 23 at The Coast Feels Rugged and ends on page 26 at And Then She's Gone Forever. Yonni is 17 and on Dungeness Beach with his unnamed boyfriend. They then meet a beached whale and try to rescue it. It's a really beautiful little story, filled with kindness, tenderness, and love. It's fairly long, so we'll need a few trims to the text, but it's worth it, as the story arc is magnificent. I'd cut parts from the opening section, so you get to the "and then we spot it" moment as soon as possible. Leon, from Sucker Punch by Roy Williams. Start on page 15 at The First Night, and end on page 16 at I was getting back up, I had him. Leon is a 16-year-old black boxer from London. In this speech, he's in his first fight up against a skinny white boy, as he calls him. There's one F-bomb at the very end of the speech that you could cut or change if necessary. This speech is perfect for a sporty, physical performer. Jamie, from Lava by James Fritz. This speech starts on page 20 with Are you furious, Vin? And ends at the bottom of page 21 at Yeah, that would be cool. Jamie is talking about an asteroid that has killed his mum. He's speaking to Rach and Vin. Vin doesn't speak, and you need to cut out Rach's tiny 7 interjections here. Jamie seems frustrated and annoyed in this speech, but at the end of the play, there's a telling revelation about this speech. There's a couple of F-bombs which you could alter if necessary. Ollie, from Germ-Free Adolescent by Natalie Mitchell. This speech starts on page 10 at 3 months is officially my longest relationship and ends at the bottom of page 11 with It needs to be perfect. Ollie has invited Ashley round and he thinks it's going to be the big night with her. It's awkward, clumsy and a bit laddie. Greg, from Bottleneck by Luke Barnes. This speech starts on page 33 with F the medicine and ends on page 35 with Me uni applications. Greg is a young, leery Liverpudlian, and in this speech he has an unusual sexual encounter with his nemesis, Sarah Jane, in the school toilets. It's a very, very funny speech. There are a few dialect references in the language to Greg's Scouse accent, but if you had to, you could easily tweak these. Barney, from The Whisky Taster by James Graham. This speech is on page 69 and starts with You're going to find this weird and ends with I'm starting to realise. Barney suffers from synesthesia, a condition which makes him experience colours in unusual ways. In this speech he is sharing his unmatched enthusiasm for the Circle Line and the beauty of the Tube map. It has a nerdy, excitable and high energy feel to it. Chadwick from Punk Rock by Simon Stevens. In Simon Stevens Plays 3, this speech starts on page 376 at "Human beings are pathetic" and ends on page 377 at "You must be effing kidding yourself." It's in scene 4 of the play. Chadwick is hugely intelligent and profusely bullied by Bennett. In this speech, he finally confronts him with a brutal speech about our doomed world that stops him in his tracks. This speech has a cold, cathartic flavour to it, which requires really precise clarity and focus. Mack from I Am Yours by Judith Thompson. This speech starts on page 63 with "When I first saw a girl naked, I went into shock," and ends on page 64 with "I guess I do." This play premiered in 1998, so it's not new, but the speech is really nice. In it, Mack recounts dancing with a girl at a school dance in all its lovely awkwardness. These plays are available on Drama Online. You can order the plays direct from the publishers, Bloomsbury, which now incorporates Methuen Drama and Oberon Books, or from Nick Hearn Books, Faber and Faber, or from Amazon. And there we go, 10 speeches for young teenage male actors. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a like. Do check out these other videos and subscribe. And if you want to support what I do and the channel, you can click on the link in the video description. All the best.